Call all your Yahweh Shem Shah. Shalom to the elect. Now, in this video, it's a little brief, quick video on why Esau, these Edomites, their kingdom falling right now, why you see them in disarray. Just had the little Brexit little thing go down with Great Britain, or Britain also, because they ain't nothing great about them damn devils. Well, Britain exiting from the EU, the European Union. And now you got this video right here that just popped up, says launching pad on the moon and the first flag on Mars. And that's the pride of these devils, man. But listen to what he said in here, though.
You must remember that America has always been a frontier nation. Now we must embrace the next frontier. America's manifest destiny in the stars. I am asking...
And you know, him saying that, the manifest destiny, let me get the scripture real quick. That's how you know who is who once again. Book of Obadiah. I'm going to go down to verse 3 and start. I'm going to read it through a little bit. Book of Obadiah, verse 3, it says, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Now look at that proud ass look, man. And they don't think nobody can bring him down, but they think he's just gonna go blast off into space and go fuck up other planets and shit. But it ain't going down like that, man. Yahweh Shem Shah got a trick for these devils. Now it says in verse 4, it says, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord Yahweh. Hey, and they symbolism, just like in ancient Rome, was the eagle. Your modern day Rome, also known as Babylon, also known as America, the same symbol is the eagle. And let's get that. Just type in ancient Rome symbol. Let's see what pop up. And I brought this up previously, but I'm gonna bring it up again, just for edification's sake. Oh, what do you know? I ain't even type in nothing with no bird, but hey, there go that bird. Ancient Rome symbol. Look like an eagle to me. Hey, like the scripture say in the book of Ecclesiastes, there's no new thing under the sun. No, let me type in this other symbol real quick for America. Oh man, what do you know, man? Same, look, literally the same fucking symbol. Go back to it one more time. Let me get that scripture real quick. It's Ecclesiastes 1 and 9. It says, hey man, see that, when you really study these scriptures, man, and really read it and comprehend what it say, man, it's beautiful how the Most High set it up. Because you got pictures and images and, you know, history and all this different stuff you can pull up and line it up with the scriptures, and it make perfect sense. And then to the ones that don't see it, it's also a parable for that. It's because the Lord blinded you. He didn't really want you to see this. Because if everybody could see this, it wouldn't be special. This is something special. So you Akim, you gotta remember that, man. You Akim that can understand this, break down scripts, be able to share this word, be able to enlighten others around you, and so they can do the same as well. Hey, that's special, man. This ain't no love. Oh, we just read a book and we just teach something. No, it's deeper than that. But it's in the book of Ecclesiastes, in chapter 1, verse 9, it says, the thing that hath been, it is that which shall be. This hath been. Let me go back to where it's at. This was in the past. Or that other symbol, it made me skip past it. And this is what it will be right here. This what's going on right now. This is what you see on the dollar, quarters and stuff like that. Same symbol, man. Can't get around it. It says, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun. That's why you got the different coliseums, which they call the stadium, the arenas, the different fighting matches, like how they had the ancient gladiators. You got the MMA, the WWF, all the different little stuff, the little bread and circus stuff that throw people off. Same shit, man. And these devils, man, they going down, and now people rising, the elect rising. Because a lot of people don't even really know what the hell going on. They just see stuff and like, oh, what this is? We got to be in the last days, but they can't really piece everything together. Let me go back. Go back to the book over there. It says, though, hold on, where I'm at. Yeah, though thou sit down this among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, said Yahweh. It says, though thou exalt thyself as an eagle. So like, let me read that over. Though thou exalt thyself as an eagle, and though thou sit down nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down. And that's what's going to happen. And you see it happening now, man. All these nations, they kind of shifting away. They ain't even trying to deal with the U.S. dollar. They don't want the U.S. in their land with their military and none of this stuff. Let me go to another scripture. I'm going to let this video play some more, too.
Congress to fully fund the Artemis program to ensure that the next man and the first woman on the moon will be American astronauts, using this as a launching pad to ensure that America is the first nation to plant its flag on Mars.
See, that's these devils, man. They want to go to every fucking place but the land of Edom. Edom. They don't want to go back to Edom, go back to Mount Seir, Mount Petra. They ain't trying to go back over there and plant no flags. Now, I'm just end this off with this. It's in the book of Amos, chapter 9, verse 2. It says, though they dig into hell, which hell is talking about the ground, because ain't no place in the ground. They burn up it, and you go burn up for eternity, and all that's a myth. It says, then shall my hand take them, though they climb up to heaven, then shall I bring them down. Because when you read that, they can't literally climb up to heaven and go there and fight with the angels. They're going to climb up into the stars, but the angels actually are going to appear there. And they've been appearing. That's why they got this Space Force. And I was just on Twitter, just on there doing a little stuff. And I happened to look and see what's trending. What do you know? Space Force. That's the only reason why they got this, man. This ain't for nothing else. Ain't nothing up in space but the angels up there building the different planets up for the elect, for Israel. So we can go to them planets. Them planets for us. That ain't for these damn devils. As much as they want to go up into space and go do all this other stuff, that's why we're going to get them spiritual bodies. And a matter of fact, I was going to end this off with this, but I'm going to pull out a few more scriptures and then I end this off. Let me go to Amos 9:11. Because while they going down, this was happening right here. It's in the book of Amos, chapter 9, verse 11. It says, in that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof, and I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old. And what was going on in the days of old? See, this is the history they don't want nobody to know about. This is what's going to happen for you Edomites. It's in the book of 2 Samuel. And I'm going to start at chapter 8, verse 13, it says, "And David got him a name when he returned from smiting of the Syrians in the valley of Salt, being 18,000 men." Hey, and that's a lot of men, man. People be talking about this Bible is like, oh, it's white man wrote this book and it's all love. No, they don't really be reading this book, man. They got dust on it, pages stuck together. They ain't really reading it. And that's in the book of 2 Samuel chapter 8, verse 14. It says, "And he put garrisons in Edom. Throughout all Edom he put garrisons, and all they of Edom became David's servants. And Yahweh preserved David wheresoever he went." Hey, and that's gonna happen again, man. You fucking Edomites. Hey, man, y'all through, man. And they be monitoring the videos and striking channels and doing little weird ass shit. But hey, it's a wrap, man. It's clear as day. You can see what's really going on. Even though we go on our day-to-day lives and stuff, go to work. You know, you might deal with your woman or whatever. But the main thing that's gonna happen, these fucking Edomites, they going down. Mainly the elites and the ones that escape. Hey, what's gonna happen to the ones that escape? It's in the book of Daniel, chapter 7, verse 18. It says, "But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever." And that's what it's talking about when you read in the book of Revelation. It says, "I saw New Jerusalem descending." Cause there ain't gonna be no literal city falling down. Who gonna build it? They gotta build it up. It's in the book of Revelation, chapter 21, verse 2. These heathens, they gonna build a city up. That's what they gonna be doing. It's gonna be the employment rate gonna be sky high for them. It says in the book of Revelation, chapter 21, verse 2, it says, "And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from Yahweh out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband." And look, when they come down, they're coming down out of them chariots. That's where they're coming down from. Let me go to Corinthians real quick so I can clear this up. That's what I wanted to bring out anyway. It's in the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 15, let's see, in verse 51. Because you have people going around, that's how you know, man, like the scriptures say, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. And there's another scripture that says, because you do err, not knowing the scriptures, know the power of Yahweh. And a lot of people, they don't really read this book. They don't really visualize what this book talking about. But in 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 51, it says, "Behold, I show you a mystery," which the scriptures clearly say the mystery is revealed to the servants and the prophets. So everybody can't get this mystery. You tell somebody that, most people, they gonna laugh like, man, that ain't gonna happen. Hey, man, but it's clear as day, it's gonna happen, man. You can see it. To the ones that's really awake. I said, "Behold, I'll show you a mystery. We should not all sleep, but we should all be changed." And why we gonna be changed? Because in order to go up into space in them ships, you gotta have a spiritual body. You can't have no, or what I would say is not just a spiritual body, basically an extraterrestrial body, because this body is terrestrial. And that's why I'm gonna read another scripture too to back that up, because it's in there to talk about different manner of flesh, basically. But I'm gonna read on some more, and I'll get to that. It says, "In a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump, for the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed." And like I say, why we gonna be changed? Because this flesh can't go up into space. That's why these Edomites, them astronauts, they put on them fucking spacesuits, because they not meant to go up there. Now it says in verse 53, it says, "For his corruptible must put on incorruption, and his mortal must put on immortality." And what's gonna make us immortal? Not sinning. Because when you sin, you transgress the law, which is sin, and that brings forth death. As the scripture says. It says in verse 54, "So when it's corruptible shall put on incorruption, and is mortal shall put on immortality, then shall be brought to pass the saying that is written, death is swallowed up in victory. Verse 55, it says, "O death, where is thy sting? O grave, where is thy victory?" Because everybody not gonna die, man. It ain't. Some people they gonna have to taste it, but they gonna come back though. It says on verse 56, it says, "The sting of death is sin, and the strength of sin is the law." So if we get perfect bodies, perfect vessels for our spirits to dwell in, so we don't go off and we don't be subject to sin, we ain't never gonna die, man. So let me go back in the book of Corinthians and read this. I want to say this in chapter 14, if I am mistaken. Okay, that's what I was looking for right here. It's in the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 15. Let me see what I want to read that just for edification. Okay, it's in verse 39. Better yet, let me see what I can go back to. Okay, Betty, I'm going to just read from verse 35 and I'll read on down. It said, "But some man will say," which, matter of fact, I experienced this recently, because some nigga came up to me telling myself, everybody going to die one day. When I told him what to go look up the information that, he was like, "I don't want to read that shit." Hey, the most I going to kill that nigga just for scoffing. But anyway, it says, "But some man will say, how are the dead raised up? And with what body do they come? Thou fool, that thou which thou sowest is not quickened, except it die. And that which thou sowest not in that body, that shall be but bare grain. It may chance of wheat, or of some other grain, but Yahweh giveth it a body as it hath pleased him, and to every seed his own body. All flesh," this is the main point right here. It says all flesh is not the same flesh, but there is one kind of flesh of men, another flesh of beasts, another of fishes, and another of birds. There are also celestial bodies and bodies terrestrial. Now, once again, if the white man wrote this book, you think they're going to put this in there and leave this in there? No. Well, anyway, it says, "But the glory of celestial is one, and the glory of the terrestrial is another." Because the bodies that we in now are terrestrial bodies, which the word terrestrial goes back to the word terra or terrain. That's what it goes back to. And it says, "There is one glory of the sun, and another glory of the moon, and another glory of the stars, for one star differeth from another star in glory." So, hey, when we get these new bodies, man, and we come back down, all them Edomites that escape into their little space station and their little underground bunkers and all this shit. Hey, just be ready, man, because the elect gonna grab their ass up, right along with Yahushua and the other angels, because that's what's gonna happen. And it's gonna be a glorious time, man. Because you know how people, we like to get busy anyway, but to get busy in righteousness though, that's gonna be way more fun. Now it says in verse 42, it says, "So also is the resurrection of the dead. It is sown in corruption. It is raised in incorruption. It is sown in dishonor. It is raised in glory. It is sown in weakness. It is raised in power. It is sown a natural body. It is raised a spiritual body. There is a natural body, and there is a spiritual body. And so it is written, the first man, Adam," which when people be like, "Oh, Jesus," which his name is really Yahushua, they'd be like, "Oh, Jesus wasn't mentioned in the Old Testament." But this scripture right here clearly says different. It says, "And so it is written, the first man, Adam, was made a living soul, and the last Adam was made a quickening spirit." Now, who else was made a quickening spirit? Let's think about it. Now it says, "Howbeit, that was not the first which is spiritual, but that which is natural, and afterward that which is spiritual. The first man